Welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum. Today we're going to be testing out our new toy, the Line Launcher.
And he just smacks into the door. Poof. Nobody saw that.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we have our line launcher, we can be able to cross that one chasm. If I can get this chasm. There you go.
Oh, come on, really? You were right there.
Everybody gets one. So...
It's a little bit... Well, you were saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, well then what the hell's the point? Okay, I gotta be honest and say, like, right now, like, that... I hate moments like that, because now it's like, what the hell is the point of the whole stealth section? They're gonna die anyway.
It's Joker, who knows. But anyway, what were you about to ask?
I assume with such great power as this line launcher, it's very situational. We can't use it just anywhere.
In this game, yes. Like I said, City gets a lot better about making gadgets look a little bit more like freeform.
Okay.
Okay.
Even then, I still say the line launcher is a very handy little gadget to have, especially if you're going for all the Riddler shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
Hook.
Yeah, it's good with clearing distance, and it can also be, if you use it right, it can also be a funny way of attacking enemies.
Wait, oh, you can just swing by and kick them?
Yeah.
Oh hey, Ivy.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, slight spoiler, we're not going to be fighting her just yet. This is merely a vocal confrontation.
Okay, good.
Ivy, I know Dr. Young mutated these plants to produce venom.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the thing that apparently one of the ingredients of the Titan formula was actually some mutated spores from Ivy's plants here. And as you would imagine, Ivy kind of has a beef with that, so we're going to need to, like... what am I trying to say? Basically, what we're doing here is that Ivy knows where we can find some... Oh yeah, she kind of has like a connection with her plants. Anyway, Ivy knows the location of some spores that we need to create an antidote for the Titan. That's why we're having this civil conversation with her right now.
Growing deep in Arkham Island, only it can counter the effects of
Well, if she wants safe, healthy plants, she's got to work with us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Croc's lair.
Oh, god dang it.
Of course.
It would be easy, did you?
It's never easy, apparently.
Go back to your cell.
Well, who do you think I am, Captain Hook? At least I still have my hand.
And I'll be
Ha!
Hey, since you...
Meanwhile, Aaron Cash is like, "Am I a joke to you, Batman?"
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to get you in the mix, but anyway.
Well, that would make the argument of, like, okay, since you can control all plants, can't you just, like, have it walk over here? No, why not? Because that's stupid. Also, I don't like you.
And also, like, I think she only has, like, a certain radius of control of the plants. Like, I think they have to be within a certain proximity of her.
Eh.
That would
Probably.
make sense. I mean, what would stop her from her very position to control all the plant life in, I don't know, freaking Japan, if that were the case?
Yeah. Oh, here's what I was talking about, where you can use it as an attack.
Oh, hey, John
And he's
DiMaggio.
shaking now.
Yeah, it's a cute joke.
Nobody tell him that I'm about to do this.
No, 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 Batman!
And now just go right back. Ah, well. Combat time. So, same stuff, different day. More mooks to
Yeah.
kill.
Just another night for the Batman.
Not kill, because Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you guys so you mentioned now that we had that grand fight with two of them, are we actually going to start seeing those Titan beasts start entering the fray more frequently, or are they always going to be like mini bosses?
They kind of... yeah, what am I trying to say? The Titan mooks are kind of like just scheduled mini-bosses. You're not going to see them just like roaming around.
Okay.
Right. It sucks, though. I mean, honestly, it's not... I mean, at the same time, it's also the matter of fact that that's primarily, like, the worst that you have to deal with in this game.
True.
Yeah, for being such a big element in Asylum, and I guess to a certain extent City, you don't really fight Titans all that much throughout the games.
I keep forgetting the Titans continue to reappear, like you don't end it in this game.
Well, I will say they do end it in City. That's like the last time they appear in. Like, they're not in Origins because, prequel. And I don't think they even mention Titan at all at night.
I mean, there might be, like, one little throwaway bit, lore bit that I might talk about, but otherwise, yeah. And, oh, look at all those cute little toys.
It's Humpty Dumpty.
That's
By the way, I realized we should have talked about this sooner, but, I mean, we're playing a Batman game where the main threat at the moment is this stuff called Titan. Wouldn't it be incredibly awkward if the Titans were in the mix?
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about like
Oh,
Crash
yeah.
of the Titans? Or...
No, like Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Well, to be fair, one of the founding members is one of his proteges.
Which
Yeah.
True.
apart from spoilers, apart from Night, do they ever address Robin in this series?
He does appear in City.
Okay.
And, like, he appears for one scene in City, and he's also the star of a DLC campaign that takes place after the game.
Okay.
And, like, and you also can play as Nightwing, but he's limited just to the combat maps.
Right, so...
Well, not combat maps, challenge maps.
Yeah, so, I mean, for any Dick Grayson fans out there, he doesn't get awful lot of love in this series beyond the optional stuff.
But they
Yeah,
do.
he
but,
does have more of a role in Night, but even then, it's not like a big part.
But this is set in a continuity where Robin and Nightwing are currently like coexisting, like the new protege and Nightwing.
Yes.
Which,
Right.
Which, man, real talk, that was one of my favorite episodes of Teen Titans when they inadvertently get sent to the future and meet their future selves.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Well, it was just Starfire, but I do agree that was a fun episode.
Well, probably the only time you'll ever get to see the Teen Titan Universe's equivalent to Nightwing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
that.
that's
they
true.
they had Raven in her mother's outfit where it was all solid white, or
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
There's that. There's Beast Boy, where he was just part of I think it's like a one animal act because he can turn into animals. And I think, like, the kids that were, like, poking fun at him are mauled after the thugs in Dark Knight Returns because they have the glasses and punk hair.
Ah.
and then I forgot what was happening with Cyborg, or if he had like become full Cyborg at that point.
Basically, with Cyborg, is that, like, he basically was completely dilapidated to the point where he cannot leave the tower because he needs its power to stay alive.
Yeah.
And then
Starfire's just stayed the same because she was traveling
one
to
that-
another dimension
Right.
or the future.
True.
She was trying to stop. What's the name of that character?
I think it was Kronos.
Kronos. Yeah,
Kronos,
she was
yeah.
trying to stop Kronos from, getting away with the time relic.
There's that, man. There was some fun. Man, now I'm just because we need to. What? Oh, Poison Ivy hates us now.
Oh, no, she's arguing with Joker.
Heh. But now I'm just
Wait, what do you mean she looks
Now-
so sad?
now I'm just in like Teen Titans gushing mode. Like the whole. I mean, it was frustrating that whole arc with Terra because you couldn't quite tell what
devil
side she was
damn
on
it.
it. Oh,
Oh my God! Yes, she was. Okay, let's real
God.
talk here. So, Teen Titans, the show, was the first time I was introduced to Terra. Excuse me. And all this time I thought she was a good guy, but then I found out later on from the comics and whatnot that she's supposed to be a villain.
Yeah, they really changed her character a lot for the show, and honestly, it's sad because I actually do very strongly prefer the show version as opposed to the actual.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're talking about the character Terra. When you said Terra, I thought you were still talking about Terra Strong since you were mentioning
No,
Raven.
no,
No,
not
no,
Terra
no.
Strong.
all good.
Okay. But I do agree with you. Like, I do definitely prefer how Terra is in the cartoon. And
They actually made her. They actually made her sympathetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. That is true. But it's still frustrating to see her struggling with that,
Yeah.
to this day I forget if they ever actually give her any closure.
That's kind of the thing with, if you're talking about the finale, I don't know where they said it, but I think one of the things with the finale, how frustrating it is about, is that really terror or whatnot, was basically, the whole moral of that was, Beast Boy just needs to let go of what's hurting him and move on.
That is true.
Yeah.
Doesn't explain what the heck that thing the other Titans were fighting, but,
Well, it's
you
like
know.
I get that, but at the same time, I hate to think of the idea of he's given up and abandoned her to be in this, let's be honest, kind of abusive ownership by Slade.
Well,
Yeah.
no, as far as we know, she's not back with Slade. It's just an instance of, in the finale, she's just living a normal life, going to school and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't have any memories of Beast Boy or being with Slade. She doesn't remember pretty much anything.
Gotcha. Okay, then at that point I think maybe it should just be a point of just leave her to her new life.
Yeah.
Also, wow, she
Must be having a different
got
effect on Ivy.
she covered a lot of ground fast.
Soon be out of
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, like, we kind of talked over it. Basically, Joker infected her with Titan as well. It doesn't turn her into a brooding monster, it just makes her control of plant life a lot more unruly.
mutating further.
How is that thing? Oh, it just kills you. Spores.
And that's another thing that we're gonna have to keep an eye out for now that we're out in the field. You'll see a bunch of those giant buds. If you get too close to them, they'll spit out spores that will hurt you, but if you're quick enough, you can disarm them.
Oh,
Be wary though, because you can walk up to them and plow through them relatively easily. But if you were to dash into them, they will do a counterattack, which basically launches their little spore things early.
right. But otherwise, if a spore gets released, can you just pop it with a batarang?
No, you can't.
Oh, so you just
Yeah,
run.
you just have to, like, dodge it. But the tell is that, you see those, like, little light-ups on the bottom?
Yes.
Like, they'll start off with green,
Ow.
and the closer they go to red, the closer they'll be to releasing their spores.
Okay. That's okay. So just approach with caution. That's fair. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah,
it's like-
you primarily do this for chump experience.
yeah. Teen Titans. What other episodes were fun? They had the episode where the puppeteer or whatever like swapped. Starfire and
yeah!
Raven's personalities. Or
Yeah, I
whatever.
love that
Personalities,
one.
Just their minds.
That's a fun
I
one.
still remember the one where Starfire had that really bad.
Pimple.
Yes.
There's that.
It was part of her, like, next stage of transformation, so to speak.
Right. She became like a cocoon and everything. Grew a horn or whatever.
And then there was that one episode where Cyborg went fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah, because
Oh,
the thing
yeah.
is, like, Beast Boy wanted to play this game, but he confused Cyborg's computer with his charging station, so he put the game in there, and that caused him to have a virus.
Right. There was
Yeah.
that. There was this really weird episode where, like, okay, the premise of what it meant for Cyborg was cool and all, but I have to.
Ow.
I still love the like headcanon in my head of like I understand what happened. This is the episode where Cyborg had to fight Atlas, but like.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the idea of like if you remember how that premise works, that show basically said that forget the whole I'm the strongest guy in the world. Apparently Atlas is an online gamer and likes playing fighting games, and that's how he challenged Cyborg to begin with.
Oh,
Yeah,
like-
and I just... And what's funny is that, like, cause, like, he's voiced by Keith David, I just love the image of, like, just Keith David being a gamer.
Well, it's just because like that's the thing. Like, sure, I always got confused. I thought he was like a video game character who came out of the game to fight Cyborg, but no, he's just this traveling alien guy who was like. Typically, I fight the strongest champion on every planet to assert my dominance over the universe. But in my spare time, I play Street Fighter.
Yeah, and he has basically Bender as his little lackey.
And thank goodness that he ended up like losing a match to Cyborg. And I'm like, what would happen if little Timmy was just playing Street Fighter and did the exact same thing of you name the time and place, and then Atlas is like here and now, and little Timmy's bedroom wall just, and you're just like, well, we're gonna need another Timmy.
We're gonna need another Timmy!
It's just. Well, Timmy, what do you think is going to happen when we summon Atlas here to duke it out in the age-old combat of gladiators? And then just I don't know. It's just what other episode? There was that episode where they were like, sorry, this is like a complete gushing because we're going back to the mansion trying to
Yeah,
find that
it's
antidote
fine.
we need to try and stop poison ivy.
Okay, well, just to let you know, that is true. The reason that we're back here in the mansion is we're gonna try to find Aaron Cash. He knows where they're keeping Killer Croc, and we need to get the info from him so we'll know where in Arkham Killer Croc's cell is.
Right, then we just get the flower, get the antidote, heal Ivy to stop all these massive maniacal plants, and yeah, what was it? God, it was like there was that episode where it was I guess he was supposed to almost be like Hype. How do they go about pronouncing that weird transdimensional being that can just affect reality? How do you pronounce his name? I know it's a bunch of consonants.
Mispitlick?
So how do you and James pronounce it?
Mr. Mitspitlick. Although,
Mr.
since
Mitspitlick.
we're talking about Batman characters, you might as well just say Batmite.
Batmite is Mr. McSpiss.
Because it's essentially...
No.
Well, they're essentially the same character, just...
I mean, the same character except one's good and one's bad.
Which is fair, which is
Yeah.
handy. So yeah,
Whereas one is a helpful nuisance and the other is Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, yeah!
They actually had
Well,
him
it's
voice-
Gilbert Gottfried in one interpretation.
Oh yeah,
if means anything.
Gilbert voiced him in the animated series.
Oh, that's
nice.
amazing.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's another thing. Like, the reason we're having to do this catwalk platforming is that the gas, if you go to ground level, the gas will actually hurt you.
Oh, it's Ivy's vapor or whatever thing. So is it?
Something like that, yes.
But yeah, it's like Teen Titans. They had this episode where they had like their own version of Mitspiklik, who like trapped them into a high school of sorts or something.
Oh, the British guy?
Oh yeah, that
Okay,
guy.
that's who you're talking about. Mad Mod. That's
Mad
actually...
Mod.
Yeah, for a minute, I thought you were talking about the character that was basically like a Robin version of Batmite.
That was a thing, and I remember that being a very weird episode.
That was weird.
I actually forgot that was a thing.
Let me guess. Poison ivy.
What
I
gave
know
it
there-
away?
Just looking around, what the hell do you think? And yeah, they mean Larry.
Plans taking over the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
What's
Larry.
because I know like his last name is like Dick Grayson backwards, which is like the big hint of like that's who this show's version of Robin is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I'm trying to remember, there was another episode. I mean, I do remember there was also one that, you know, the age-old trope of taking a bunch of these superheroes and making them compete in these intergalactic games.
Oh yeah, that one. The
that
Game
one?
Master.
That was a
Yeah.
fun one.
And
Yeah.
I think that was the first episode that introduced that universe's version of Speedy.
Oh yeah, it
Oh
was.
yeah, I liked Speedy.
Where he was voiced by Jack.
There was that, and then I remember like, but I guess they also implied the fact that they can't actually kill Game Master because even after they stopped it, then Starfire and Raven just got brought in.
He makes a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that little joke there, that is true. Speedy and Injustice League Unlimited apparently are voiced by the same guy that voiced the original voice of Jack and Daxter.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And when you say that, we're talking about I'm gonna kill Praxis, Jack.
really? Oh, because I was gonna say the only other voice line I can remember from that era was as he fell into the abyss in Jack 1. That's the only. I think that is only that and the ouch when he gets hit by those are the only two voice lines I can remember from Jack 1.
I can remember a few, but I'm not gonna go into that here. But
It's okay.
But
May I give my 2 cents about the Teen Titans episodes? Because
Yeah,
I
go for
remember
it.
some.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so all of us remember the prom episode with Kitten.
that,
Yeah,
that,
that was
sounds
that
familiar.
was an
Yeah.
absurd one.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. It's like, would it kill you to smile? Maybe.
Maybe.
And there was the one with Silky when he was first introduced. I remember this one
Oh,
episode where
citizens.
Hey.
Will you
Hello.
citizens be so kind as to help a Batman?
What are we helping him
Yeah,
with?
Well, no, that's I kind of jumped the. I was about to say I kind of jumped the gun. If you kept advancing towards them, they would have been like boo, and it would have been like Joker goons.
Yeah.
Actually
Yeah.
say Batman's like,
Yes,
please.
Anyway, as I was gonna say,
dude.
Ooh, that certainly hurt. All right.
what was I going to say? Oh,
yeah.
right, now I remember. It was the first episode that I think what's his name? Control Freak was introduced.
Yeah, Control Freak.
And Raven started conjuring nightmares, and she kept trying to say she wasn't afraid when she was.
I remember
Yeah, that was a
that.
cute
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, now I think about that. That's another one of those sillies. Yet one of my favorite episodes was when I think it was Robin and Beast Boy got trapped in the boat. They had to help Raven.
It was Cyborg and Beast Boy, yeah,
Cyborg and
and
Beast Boy
they
had to
had
help
different
Raven subvert- personalities. All of her submissive. Not what the word is. Subverted? No. Suppressed emotions and stuff.
Yeah. Like there was happy, timid, brave. You forgot Dopey.
I think that was like an earlier episode.
Oh yeah,
of the show.
it was season 1.
And that
I just love the part with Mopey Raven's like, I remember when I called you a mature pinhead. I'm sorry I did that too.
Look, for
And
the 100,000th millionth time,
we forgive you.
It was that, and I don't know why the way Jordy was doing the whole dopey and it just for some reason just reminded me of freaking in terms of my mind, my mental reaction to that freaking from Hoodwink the creepy.
Actually, another bit that was funny is that I always thought you were funny, but hey, looks aren't everything.
Ooh.
Hi, what are you doing?
I'm supposed to the reason I'm kind of meandering around here was because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go up to where the sniper is, so
Yeah,
you
take
can
him
be
out.
able to get there.
Problem is that every which way to get up there is spiked.
Right.
Which is pretty much your cue of use the line launcher, stupid.
Yeah,
But
well,
where?
through one of the towers that are on the other side.
Oh,
Like, you see all those towers over there?
yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, it's all those spires. Blame the
Batman.
spires.
Batman, you need to take him out. But I don't even know what kind of food he likes.
It's like, I said, punch it.
Stop being a little punk, Master Wayne.
Punch it!
Oh gosh, what was that comic like? Was it? It wasn't Titan, but it was something where like Alfred like took some chemical to be like strong enough to actually like punch Superman in the jaw.
I don't remember that, to be frank.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I know that happened. The only other
It
quote
probably sounds like a Frank Miller story.
it probably does. The only other quote I can remember about Alfred being just generally badass was the whole thing of like him saying like, "Oh," was him saying like, I know the master typically forbids the use of firearms. However, I do not dispense with such pleasantries," or something like that, and he just arms a buck shotgun or something.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, I know Master Wayne doesn't like to use firearms. However, I'm a butler. Do you expect me to be good at hand-to-hand combat?
I mean, that's true. He's fine, and I you know what, I still like. It's hard for me to like look at Alfred and like if I'm ever like reading a comic, like it's Nolan had some great casting and stuff, and I loved what he did with freaking having goddamn Michael Caine as Alfred. He had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Burn it all down.
Oh well.
Even though it's pretty clear this guy, he was sounding like some guy who was telling his stories at the old folks' home.
But it's called being old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
But he delivered all the cool lines and stuff. Go ahead, Jody.
But yeah, in general, the original Teen Titans was just a really good show and had really good episodes. Especially the one where Sapphire was supposed to get married to that sludge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gurgle shit.
Gurgles. It's
Gurgle Sledge.
Is that the same?
I still... Oh, right, sniper. I forgot, a threat.
Uh-oh.
No shit.
stop it. That hurt.
That hurt.
I'm trying to think. Was that the same episode that also where they got to go to Starfire's home planet for the first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is that episode.
And then wasn't it late?
I can take it. I'm Batman.
Wasn't
I
it?
want to say that was also like either the second or third time they also showed Blackfire on the show.
Yeah,
Oh
I know.
yeah, I love
well,
Blackfire.
don't-
Don't. I just got up here.
Don't do that to yourself, Batman.
And you're like, oh man. But yeah, no. So Blackfire is her whole thing is she's just jealous, or is she really just as evil?
I think.
Yeah, basically, it's just evil.
Yeah. She's, you know, she's bitterly evil.
I'd imagine she's at least had some level of jealousy, considering the fact that, I don't know, maybe Starfire was destined for great things until she went to Earth. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen the show.
Something like that.
Maybe, I don't know.
But it's something we could talk about another time. Join us next time, where hopefully I could be able to actually talk about the Devil Damn game we're playing.
We spent 5 minutes to climbing up a single building, and we learned that Poison Ivy may be a villain. Sometimes,
You don't say.
maybe.
Unlike these days, but on that note, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye!